I'm not gonna promise. I'll probably go in and out all night. So
Same thing I told you, girl.
SCU. You are now listening to Shoutouts Uncut. Prepare to be shattered with your hosts, Matt Baldwin, Skullface, Greg for Mercy, Oscar NJ Boy, T2RX6, Mega 81. Welcome to Shattered Cast.
Hello everyone and welcome to Shattered Cast Uncut, your number one Transformers podcast, episode 29. We're 29. We're freaking out because our car insurance hasn't lowered. We lost our job, and apparently our girlfriend left us for our dad. But that's okay, because we discovered that we would make a great serial killer. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso, the host with the most. You know me already. And, of course, joining me tonight are 5 members of the Sinister Six. Mr. Mega 81 is too busy banging my mom behind the alley there by the 7-Eleven to join us. The hell with you, good sir. The hell with you.
He might come in late.
Yeah, literally.
So to speak.
Metaphorically about sex. And speaking of sex, this guy's been known to get his fair share of YouTube sex when it comes to great reviews that he's had. He's got some respect on the boards, but he's slowly losing it with every other episode that he appears on here, but he doesn't care because he rolls like that. Mr. Fix-It himself, the one and only Mr. T2RX6. Justin, say hi.
I don't know. My respect can't be going down that much. Biggest YouTube payout I've ever had this month. So,
Nice.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I have yet to get one.
You're just getting the nerds at the cool table finally checking out your stuff as opposed to just
apparently,
the regular nerds.
Apparently, so.
And, of course, coming up next is one of the founding members of this podcast. He is everyone's favorite up-and-coming YouTube reviewer. He has these delightful little skits where you can see his own lovely Mrs. Skullface slap the Jesus out of him. The one, the only Skullface. And he is not that butthurt about his Kronos, unlike the rest of the internet.
Kronos, why you no love me?
Why you breaking? Why you breaking? Shitty paint app. And speaking of shitty paint app, here's the guy that's quick to call it out real quick to sit there and make your feelings hurt. Because frankly, let's face facts here, folks. Your tears give him power. The one, the only, Mr. Greg for Mercy.
I'm almost over Bobby getting Psycho. So if this conversation feels strained to you guys, that's why. My tears are real. You don't need to joke about them.
This is just a little awkward.
It's just a little awkward. Shut the fuck up, you whore.
So, of course, last but not least, I always got to say the best for last because this guy's just so gosh darn positive. And, you know, if the Transformers fandom ever needed a Ned Flanders, it would be this guy. He is the guy that'll sit there, whisper in your ear while you sleep, "Hell, Hasbro." The one, the only, Mr. Creamy Legend himself, Deluxe, Mr. Matthew.
And Skype went out just for him at the exact right moment.
It's as if it was meant to be.
He's all like, "I got this, man." He's like, "I got this, man. What a kick-ass intro, man. Oscar checked me out. He hooked me up. And fucking thunderstorms."
I just had a chicken cheesesteak and I feel like a little baby.
Wow, Chick-fil-A's deep fryer. That was uncoincidental.
Hey, Chick-fil-A. Man, we got Buddy pegged, I think. We should just do his own fucking intros.
And apparently, Antoine will be joining us relatively soon. We're
reaching out.
We'll see. Skype is throwing all kinds of issues tonight because it's storming. So yeah.
Yep.
Until then, the show must go on.
Yep. Until then, I'll do Antoine's intro. What up? This is Mega 81.
Nice. That was actually pretty on point.
I am, of course, the up-and-coming voice actor of us all, so Shazam. And we lost Matthew. He's dead. And so, let's go ahead and get started. What did everybody get?
Well, I got, you may have heard, I got Kronos.
Yeah.
How was he?
He was less than thrilling. He was a mess. I really was thoroughly disappointed. It's probably the figure I've been most disappointed in all year. I got him back to back, I guess, almost from Scoria, which was like my biggest, shining light of the year. So I guess that's the universe keeping me in balance. But there are, like, people get hung up on when I, like, am critical, and I think they just skipped to just the critical parts. But like I did point out, like there are like some like interesting choices there, and like there's there's tons of like knuckle articulation that's really like well done. Some of his like knuckles where there's 3 joints actually operate better than others where it's just a hinge for all the fingers. So I don't know. There is like some ambitious stuff going on with him. And I think that company is still capable of putting out something that is quality. It's just like 1 or 2 figures away.
Yeah,
So
well,
Not after that dude gets ripped apart, fucking tarred and feathered. He's not.
yeah. So I
not
got
after
that.
this release. You can go ahead and kiss his dreams goodbye.
Yeah. I got that. I got Unique Toys Soundmore. I'm not gonna talk too much about that. And
I got to see that review, by the way, which he has up on his YouTube channel.
yeah, if you watch the review, you can hear Greg from Mercy cursing me out for about 15 minutes. You can make out anything he says between the bleeps. He really lets me have it a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna move past it. And then I also got a shit ton of fucking repro labels, which I have applied 1 of thus far. So decent haul this week, quantity wise.
Cool. Gregors, how about you, buddy?
Speaking of knuckle articulation, I got Revolver. I've been articulating my knuckles all over that motherfucker. My second Revolver to replace the one that I sold in a moment of weakness. Did I say that Quad U? Was that last week? I didn't say that. I hadn't gotten them yet. I got Quad U, another one that I sold, just because I want to have the whole Fansproject set. Yeah.
Very cool.
I got my loot crate. That wasn't bad. I mean,
Nice.
loot crate. Got some. Got a Joker T-shirt and some fucking red striped Deadpool socks. I'm in a comic. Hey, it is what it is. And I got some repro labels too. I got inadvertently I got the Roadbuster set with my Roadbuster, which was a nice surprise. Or my Revolver, sorry. Sorry, Matt. I got
We call him Shitbuster.
I got the Crank set, which it's pretty decent. It's nothing over the top. And then I got the set for
Street Rats.
Gumball, which
Is awesome.
that guy just got a bump from like I can't wait for the other 4 to like favorite figure status. Like he's in my top 10 right now. Labels make a difference, man.
Repo set is a shit. How about you, Matthew?
Well, I got that Thrustinator playing with him right now, so life is good.
I'm so sorry.
And I got Blackwell from the Captain America Marvel Legends set. And that's
I gotta say this real quick. This is the first time ever in all the years I've been using Facebook and being in private chats. I have never seen anyone ever use the get out finger icon during a private channel. So Justin did it when Matthew's like, I just got this guy out. He goes, get out. He's like, no, I'm not gonna leave the chat. Get out, that abomination.
I like it.
Now,
So what's the surprise behind his head?
I was going to ask
Nothing.
you.
It's a fucking screw. It's just a screw hole. There's nothing back there. I don't know what.
Thank God they built that up. Like freaking you. Like, we're using screws.
I mean,
again.
there's like maybe a backwards B or something next to it. I don't know.
Shit. Did he put a BMO on there? Or a BMOG? Was that the big fucking surprise?
I don't know if it's a B-Mog, though, man. It's... I don't know. I'll take a picture and show y'all later, but it's just...
Did they, like, retool the fucking Generations Waspinator, or is that, like, from the Beast Wars?
It's the Generations one. I mean, he's got metallic, wings now. He's a little purple on certain spots and everything. And he's got a split head of thrusts and Waspinator.
Sounds like he looks like shit. We'll carry on.
I'll take it. That's the one out of that bunch I actually wanted to get, but I'm not paying those $60 fucking. I'll just steal it out of Matt's suitcase at TFCon. But,
yeah, I will be bringing it.
When he's passed out from his euphoria of playing with his toys in front of everybody.
I'll let you
Showed him how cool you guys are. You guys are amazing. Oh. And speaking of which, Mr. Mega 81 Antoine, what'd you get this week, buddy?
What's going on? Sorry for the delay. I didn't get nothing, man. For the past 2 weeks, I didn't get jack shit. What's going on with that?
Sorry for the delay. if you're sorry for the delay, at least give my mom fucking bus money, you piece of garbage.
What, $2?
Oh,
You motherfucker. Hi, you racist ass.
$2 hope.
look who's come out of their shell tonight.
Very good.
That's
I like
nice.
this. I like this.
I do too.
Ain't get jack shit for 2 weeks. Yet his Skype icon's like the notorious $200 hegemon. I love it. I love it.
Nice.
Okay, so how about you, Justin? What'd you get this week?
Well, I got Salamore, and he's pretty freaking awesome. I love him. Review
Sweet.
coming tomorrow. Or Friday, whatever day. Yeah, Friday. Today. When you hear this podcast, it'll be up today, so check my channel out. So, let's see what else. I got, what's his name? Kronos, I think. I mean, I hope it's Kronos. It's a box from the place that I bought Kronos from, but I'm not opening it because it's going back already. So,
Oh, you're rich when you don't know what you got.
I got return confirmation on.
I think I have a Mercedes as well, but I haven't taken that bitch out in a while.
Yeah, somewhere. I got a lot of gold everywhere.
You know what's
It's
fucked?
a garage holding down the concrete.
Justin got the one perfect Kronos.
Probably.
He don't
Probably.
check it at all. He's like,
Feel like
it's
perfect, nice and tight. Feels good in the hands. Not made out of fucking shampoo plastic.
Yeah.
You know, it feels great.
When he was packing that shit, he dropped a $100 bill out of his shirt pocket and landed right on top of the box. And
Probably. And it's going to come back and be like, oh, thank God he sent that back.
That was my rent cash.
And let me tell a little story here. So because of Bobby's review of Kronos and it's not good and it saved the $160, my girlfriend saw that and she's like, "You've got this coming too, don't you?" I was like, yes. And then so I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna return it. It's no big deal, no big deal." And then, like I said, I got the biggest YouTube payout I've had ever. I was like, I kind of want to keep it, like it pays for Kronos, and then. I said that to her, and she's like, "Well, yeah, maybe your viewers would like to see that." I'm like, "You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to be the one like, yes, return it. You don't need to have this." So I was a little disappointed.
The passion in Deluxe's voice. Piece of shit,
Yes.
motherfucker.
I did like Bobby's review of it, but it just looks so plain. Like it's $160. No.
Dude, it's like we said during our little pregame chat. I was like, they probably could have knocked the price on that figure down $40 without the stupid fucking magnet gimmick on the damn box.
Yeah.
Because there are people like me, and I get so much shit from other collectors because of this. When I say, I don't keep the boxes, I throw them out. You could ask Greg Sullivan, good old Greg here. All the times I bought a figure from him, how do I like it shipped to me, Greg? Greg?
Exactly.
All right.
I'm here. Yeah. I didn't go anywhere.
How does he?
Yeah.
I was just waiting for you to stop saying my fucking real name.
How does he like? Yeah, because the nickname Greg from Mercy hides it so well.
Yeah.
How does he like his figures shipped, Greg?
He likes them loose.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Not wife.
Yeah, girl.
I could say that because she's not here. Yeah,
Yeah, girl.
Man, you can say the same thing for
I'll
Warbertron.
tell her later. Don't worry.
son of a bitch.
You can say the same thing for Warbertron. Their boxes are just immaculate, but you just, really don't need that shit. Just you could knock that off, and you could knock off like $30 already right there.
Don't say Warbertron and knock off the same
What?
fucking sentence. People's nipples hard right now.
Nipples.
There you go. Ah.
How does it feel to be the guy whose videos getting posted on Facebook everywhere with the comment like, "Don't listen to this motherfucker. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Kronos is an awesome figure."
Yeah, I don't pay that.
That like I did. You've been in all the groups,
Yeah, I don't pay that shit any attention.
and you will when you get
It's all nonsense to Bobby.
Right. I mean, like, the thing is that, like, I was, anybody who listens to this show, anybody who watches my reviews know that I was in this guy's corner. Like, I was pulling for it. I'm only,
where I would say.
right. So, I don't know.
Question for y'all.
What?
After this Kronos figure, right? They're making a Jetfire. Are you getting that too, or are you gonna pass on that?
Nope.
I don't think they can make a Jetfire now.
Yeah, I'm after,
Cause they show pictures. I guess I think they show pictures.
I'm sold on Fans Toys.
Yeah.
That's if Fans Toys or Takara, whoever gets it out first. And I mean, by Takara, I mean Masterpiece, before you fucking dorks start writing about that goddamn leader class figure.
I'm buying that.
Fuck you.
Class is fucking.
Hell,
Do that
Hasbro.
Jetfire, sweet.
I am
don't give a
buying
fuck
that
what you say.
bitch. You can get it for $50
already
shipped
bought.
on dubktoys.com.
That shit is
Hey,
bought.
Bobby, man,
Yeah,
it's got
wait.
2 different faces. That's a masterpiece if I've ever seen one. Fucking all the chrome you want.
Hell yeah, man.
I feel like a baby.
He's got chrome where he don't even need chrome.
Man, y'all cannot look at that picture so far and not say that's not. It doesn't look a good figure. Come
No,
on.
it
now.
look-
He's
no,
up,
no,
he's
no.
up, he's up, Matthew, because I'm buying it too. So don't
Yeah,
worry.
no, it looks good. It looks good. It looks good for your Chug line. I'm just not a Chug guy. The only thing I chug is a fucking beers.
Or a dick. Anyway, here's what I got this week. I got a shitload of repro labels. Also got the Streetwise set, which makes him look awesome. I also got a set for who else did I get? Oh, for I'm starting to label up my Fansproject Stunticons. So I got Breakdown and Wild Riders.
How they look? Pretty good.
They look pretty good. Yeah. I just started Wild Rider recently,
Nice.
and also I got KFC's Tempest. And of course, the
Yay.
first thing my wife said when she opened the box for me was, "Since when did Kentucky Fried Chicken start making Transformers?" So I looked at her and I go, "You fucking serious?" She's like, "No, not really. I could tell that's a robot head, not the Colonel's." So yeah, and in the end, on a scale of 1 to 10, a quick review here on the podcast. I'm not gonna outroll it live. He's like a 6. I think he looks great in robot mode, but it kind of feels like a G
You mean the jet
custom.
mode?
Okay.
No, the jet mode looks amazing. That's a given. But in
Now,
robot mode, how I like to display a lot of these guys,
sure.
he kind of looks like a G1 figure with articulation. Like I would have to shave, like cut or shave down certain parts just to get him in like a decent running pose, or just to get him to bend his fucking arm.
Now, Oscar, I have to ask this because of Stacks. Is he a 6 out of 10 on the third-party scale, or is he a 6 out of 10 on the KFC scale?
Oof.
Oh,
We should knock it down to a 2 on a KFC scale.
no,
On a 2, it would probably go up.
That would actually be like a 9 on the KFC
Right.
scale.
yeah.
Oh, you're right.
We're
Yeah.
talking on the KFC scale, Stacks being a 10 because I like my Stacks. I like how he. And let's say EVI Metal Mugen, the black guy. No offense, Matthew.
What? Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm black.
That's because Antoine banged my mom earlier in the show. With EVI Metal Mugen being a 1 and Stacks being a 10 being best, this Cyclonus is easily an 8.
Okay.
On a third party scale, he is a 6 definitely.
I got you.
Because what kills me a lot is it's like if all right, I'll compare him real quick to Mania King from Unique Toys. Mania King's figure looks solid. It looks imposing. It looks like it's there. KFC's Tempest looks imposing, but he's got these fucking holes like right next to his head.
Right.
There's like these gaps that fucking kill me, and he's suffering what I call I'm trying to remember his name now. Holy shit. What was the first release by Fansproject? The Springer.
Defender.
Yeah, he's suffering from Defender syndrome.
Okay.
He needs heals.
I got you.
Really?
Yeah, he needs heals, man, because you could get him standing up straight good for 1 second, but if that little tug comes out, boom, he's on his back.
How's the purple? Is it really?
The purple's purple. The rest of them's fucking blue. I don't care what Pia says. I love him to death, but this is an off blue. It's
Really?
But, yeah, other than that, though, man, like the paint amps are fucking great. The plastic feels amazing, except for that one piece I told you guys about, for the nose cone.
Right.
You know, I would have been happier if I paid $50 plus shipping, but I didn't. I paid, what, $75, $79 around there. So I think he's overpriced for what he is, but in the end, I like the head sculpt. Greg doesn't like his head big. So I'm all right.
I don't know. No, it's just like looking at it, just looks like the G1. If that thing had an IDW head,
Yeah, easy buy.
I would have been a little more apt to regret my purchase later. But
Is he
I ended
bigger-
up not getting it.
Is he bigger than Mania King, or is he the same
No,
size?
he's about a head shorter than Mania King.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, Mania King. For those who don't know, a good example to describe Mania King's size, he's a head taller than Voyager. Or if you collect Gundams, he's the same size as a 1/100 scale Gundam.
Look at this guy. He got one fucking Gundam, and now he's throwing it at the scale turret.
I am so smart. Technically, I got two. I got
the expert.
All right. I gotta throw it out there before listener, delete your comment. I'm throwing it out right now. The 1/100 scale on Gundams is not, universal because some of them are bigger than others. So a 1/100, say, Psycho Gundam, is going to be way bigger than a 1/100, say.
Nerd rage.
No, you're right. I'm going to go ahead and give you credit because you sat there and you said it in a nice professional manner, and you're not really a two-faced coward that'll go ahead and post something like this on the threads. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to keep the listener who is inevitably had started typing that, go ahead and delete that comment.
You got it wrong. I'm out of
What if we legitimately had like this huge Gundam fan that only listens to this show for like the 2 or 3 episodes where they're mentioned?
That'd be hilarious.
That's hardcore right there. Honestly.
Anyway,
hey, real quick before we move too far off of this, way back, Oscar, when the joke you said your wife made when she opened it, your response should have been, "Since when does a woman feel it's all right to question her man?"
And then I could basically kiss her goodbye, and then get a divorce.
Well, then you could have come and stayed with me for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
lucky.
And we could have played with my Raptors that I bought, all 7 of them that aren't even out yet.
I don't feel like living in your closet again, Greg. Never again. Never. So
I got lots of trunk space.
let's go ahead and move it on to third-party news. TFC Hotspot.
All right,
And hey, this link takes you to our Facebook page.
that's right.
Be
That's,
sure to like us.
not by accident. So I was actually in Philly for a wedding, and I'm in the church, right? It's a Catholic wedding. Like these are like all Irish guys, and I feel the vibration in my pocket of the phone. So I pull it out, and it's been going off all day because people are talking in the chat or whatever. And I see one that says, Antoine says, "Fellas, look." And then right underneath it said, Antoine posts 2 new pictures. And I was like, fuck, I've got to look at this shit. I don't give a fuck where I am.
If anyone here objects to this couple's holy reunion,
Because I know
now, ever hold your peace.
when it's a message like that from Antoine, it's going to be something awesome. And it was this. And the ladder did it for me. I have a special connection to that sort of thing. And I was very enthused by the length of the ladder. And my
What?
My only problem with this while I'm looking at it is there is something funny about the top of it that like there's no light bar. It's kind of like a black up there for no reason. Maybe that's how it is in China or Japan.
It's China, they're commies. They don't care.
Right. And the other thing is if you look, you see like that big silver part in the middle.
Yeah.
That's a pump panel, which probably really shouldn't even be on there, but if you look to the right of that, there's those silver doors. They're roll-up doors. And then if you look to the right of that, it's like a blue door with a silver rectangle in the middle. Like that's like a quarter-turn open, right, a hatch. And then you look at that, and the one next to it is another roll-up door. And they're all 3 different kinds of doors that you would like never see on any kind of fire apparatus. I guess maybe Detroit. But like,
that damn
Well, you know what else you never see? A fireman who's a fucking nerd, so no one's gonna fucking catch it.
So just the only place you'd see something like this is 2 places: Detroit or Beirut. And those are the only places in enough despair.
And it wouldn't be a water pistol on top of that ladder; it'd be an actual Gatling gun.
Right. But that being said, I'm being hypercritical, as people have been pointing out in my videos recently, and I do love this. I'm in. I'm in. Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait to
it's got some good detail to it. I think it really does.
I want to see some fucking robot photos.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that Repro Label sticker to go right on the middle of that ladder.
Yep. I was gonna say Autobot City FD.
Oh God.
Fapping.
You know what catches my eye with this fucking thing? That goofy ass looking fucking water spout on the ladder. Oh, look at that shit. It's a big ass fucking chain gun.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit's fucking exciting to me.
That's a fit. Yeah, I like it. It's nice. It's bought.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's bought. I've already fucking paid for 3/5 of this motherfucker. So.
And I'm hoping that those you see those red pieces that are hanging down underneath the middle?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that those are stabilizers, but I'm guessing they're not.
I think that's probably his chest.
But that would be nice.
You are such a nerd. All right, we're gonna.
Sorry.
I think it looks cool. I want to see the robot mode with color finally. I want to see how imposing Hotspot's going to be because this one's obviously going to cost more than the other 4 limbs. So I need to know that if he's, he's just going to be like, boom, look at me, I'm Hotspot. Or am I going to fucking rip off the connection ports from this guy and put him on my GDO Hotspot?
Shout out to Robert D. I'm not going to say your whole name just in case, but he commented on this picture on our Facebook and said, "Is that the Kronos lube applicator add-on set?" Our listeners are the most unforgiving group of people ever, and that's so fucking awesome.
So let me put in my 2 cents on this guy here. I'm in for him, but I still think something looks really weird on this truck. I don't know. I can't place it, and it might just be that black piece on top that's making it look like it's squished vertically, maybe. But something just looks weird to me. I don't know. I'm having trouble with this guy enjoying his fire truck mode.
Just dawned on me that Justin hates America and
I do.
You're a sick bastard.
I do. I'm treasonous to every country in the world.
I think I'll tell you right now. I've seen the prototype image that we had not too long ago, and I'm looking at this, and I'll be honest right now. I am really looking forward to this dude because, if he transforms anything like his G1 figure, but he's articulate, you can articulate with him very well. I'm gonna go fucking bonkers because that's what I hated about the G1. Hotspot. It was just like the truck came out and the fist plopped out. It didn't even look like hands. It just were clumps of plastic, and I was like, meh. I wasn't crazy about it. But if this guy, in the end, is colored and looks the same as he did in that prototype, I'm going to be real excited about this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to add Kit at work has been learning how to use vector design. I don't know, fucking the shit they use at repro labels. And if I do decide to break into the label game, you can bet there's going to be a fucking skull face and the bathrobe sticker to go with that fucking fucking just cheesing, fucking flipping the fucking bird.
I need to patent that.
You won't get a patent on the sticker.
Justin, I need to patent that.
You can trademark it, but you're not going to patent it.
He can patent if he wants to, Justin.
I need to trademark it. Help me.
Shut up, Matthew. Go play with your abomination of a figure, you sick fuck.
He's so sexy.
Yeah.
He makes me moist.
Did you get Tempest too?
Fuck you. That figure's America. Speaking of a fuck you, how about Art Studio, Age of Extinction? Well, why did we post this?
Pre-order.
It's a late news week.
Yeah, it's a late news week.
I'm hoping that's the reason, because about the only one person on this podcast that might buy this, and he's fapping away right now at his fucking gross thrustinator, which, by the way, sounds like a dildo.
It is.
But,
I don't even think he'd be in for this.
Matt, I am so sorry that your wife uses a dildo called the thrustinator because you can't get the job done. Just saying.
That's true.
Do you hover over and go thrustinator? Oh, Matthew, you son of a bitch! Hook up the latch. We're moving.
I mean, is this the one that we saw? Have we seen this before?
I don't know. I can't tell.
I think another company's making one or something.
The one I remember that all of us saw, well, the exception of maybe Matthew and Antoine, was when they were making that knockoff that was available for a short time. I mean, they fucking had the balls to not just knock off the mold, but imprint their company's name on the inside of one of the wings.
Yeah.
But this is an oversized knockoff Masterpiece Grimlock. And before an individual has the balls to comment on the fucking YouTube page and tell me it's not, it's an original mold. No, fuck you. It's a goddamn knockoff.
No, I don't think I don't think there's gonna be any misconceptions.
It's a goddamn knockoff. Look at the mittens on this son of a bitch. All right, they shape-weighted it up kind of seriously, and it's a knockoff. Mittens.
You know what my thing is with this is that I love the Masterpiece Grimlock. Okay, I do, but that whole chest transformation bit is it's a floppy fuck. You know what I mean? Until you get everything where it's supposed to go, and that's Takara doing it. So for Joe's mom and pop knockoff shop down the street, I would be very concerned that they would fuck this up.
Yeah, I feel
Joe's mom and pop knockoff shop.
We're sponsored by Joe's Mom and Pop Knockoff Shop. You can visit them at joesmomandpopknockoffshop.com.
We don't have Coca-Cola, but we got Bubba Cola. Would you like some Mountain Dew? How about some Mountain Holler? We got Mountain Holler Red Night, which is Mountain Dew Cold Red. Would you like some Dr. Pepper? How about some Nurse Lightning?
What was you gonna say, Justin?
I was gonna say about this particular figure. I mean, he's not bad looking by any means, but that's not what I want when I want a larger Grimlock. I want, the Fans toys or Gigapower.
Fans toys.
Yeah, like I don't want this. Like I love Masterpiece Grimlock, but this is not what I want for a replacement to go with my new Dinobots I'm getting. So
with you, and if you're spending $200, okay, so you bought a whole fucking set, right? You got 4, Masterpiece third-party Dinobots, so that's $800, and then you're gonna cheap out in the 9th inning. Just go, go hard or go home at that point. Like, you're so close.
Would you like a Masterpiece Bumblebee, or would you like a Toy World Bee?
I mean, like you said, the Masterpiece Grimlock when it came out, it was just a wonderful figure, and everything can be better later on. But when it came out, it was just like, this is the Grimlock that everybody wanted. And later on, everybody can still make a better one. I mean, I'm sure Fans Toys, their Grimlock Masterpiece is going to be awesome as hell. But
but they even knocked off the crown. I mean, really, the crown? I look at this and I'm just the crown,
off the apron.
Are you gonna do the brain helmet too?
The glass and the tray and all that shit.
Wow, why hasn't Dr. Wu given us a brain helmet? Speaking of which,
there is one.
It came with Grimlock, the Dakar one.
Did it? That's just
see, I wasn't crazy.
Yeah. Disregard.
But yeah, I mean, come on, this doesn't need to be made. This was, it really is.
It was need to be made because people are just, they want a cheaper version and they just want a bigger one.
That's not going to be cheaper though. If knockoff, it was like $150.
I think they want one for Scoria, or I mean.
That's what they'll do. They're just cashing in on that. That's all.
You just gotta wait.
And somehow looking at this prototype, like, it somehow looks worse than the real thing. Like, something about the proportions look really weird when it's bigger like that.
Especially the shoulders.
Yeah,
he looks really derpy. Like he just, I don't know. The right leg, it's just like out there. Like, I don't know.
All good things to those who wait.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of good things, Gigapower Masterpiece Snarl.
I'm finding it hard. I'm finding it hard not to bite on this. Same thing your girl said.
I'm waiting on Fans Toys.
I am too, but good night. That thing looks badass.
It's a beast. It's a beast. I mean, it's so beefy and just
good night.
It makes you moist.
I am not in the market for Masterpiece Dinobots because I'm looking forward to the Fansproject Dinobots, which you guys should all pick up whenever you get a chance at WKToys.com. That's how you drop a sponsor the right way, guys. Pay attention. This guy, if I collected, like, this guy looks fucking beefy as fuck, man.
Yeah,
yeah, good. Like, it's just like I'm scared that he might fuck me up in real life.
Yeah, them horn or the spikes on his legs.
Yeah,
they look pretty sharp. They probably could cut you.
This thing looks like we say, like, it should look imposing and menacing and like intimidating, and this is that.
That's what a Dinobot's supposed to look like.
Yeah, if this had come out before the Fans Toys ones, like before I knew they were coming, I think I probably would have been. Definitely way into these. It's just that, from that first Fans Toys release of Shockwave, I'm like, okay, good product. I'm in for their dinos. And like this one, we still don't know the quality. This could be a whole dock of toys thing, hopefully.
If only certain third-party companies would take a page from Fans Toys. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So are you guys definitely opposed to mixing and matching this up?
Yes.
No, I am not, but only in the event that Fans Toys doesn't actually come out with a snarl here.
Right.
We're washing our dishes?
Are we washing our dishes?
Hey, I'm with you, Justin. If Fans Toys says, sorry, people are really upset that we used the ball joint for Scoria's shoulders and everybody's backing out, we're closing our doors, then I'm definitely going to pick up Snarl to go with,
but,
you know.
Right, exactly.
I'll get that
Fans
fucking
won't do
Bull's
that
Fire
shit.
too if I got to. I'm going to finish this goddamn set.
Yeah, exactly.
Fire.
Exactly. So I'm not opposed to mixing and matching. I would just prefer not to.
But I think Scoria did really well.
So you're against segregation.
Oh God.
Oh, wait. I said that wrong. You're for segregation.
Right.
Yes.
What were you
You
saying?
racist bastard.
What were you saying, Matt?
I'm just saying, I think Scoria did really well with, the fans and, people that reviewed and everything. So I think Fan Toys is going to be around and we'll release all of them.
Yeah, no, I do too. That bottom right-hand
But
corner
he does look nice.
with the
Fuck.
Stegosaurus, what the fuck was so important going on in the back of that picture that they felt the need to pixel it out?
You know what I'm thinking it is? I don't think it's anything important. I think
Smut
this
film.
harkens back to, Shattered Cast episode 1 or 2 or something where we had a nice critique. So clearly, Gigapower is a listener of our podcast. Thank you for listening.
It almost looks like if you look between, like, because now I want to fuck with them. You know what I mean? If you look between the two fins that are sitting over the hips, it almost looks like he's in a hotel room. Like that's the headboard, the brown headboard at the top. Maybe he's living in like a little like cedar motel.
Or maybe he's sitting there taking these photos of the house of the victim he just killed,
Yeah.
Fucking
Well, somebody just killed somebody.
I think so with a shovel. I heard it too.
Are these the same price as Fan Toys? Or does anybody know?
I don't think we
it's
know
funny
yet,
you say
do
that. Fear Corpse on Twitter. You should follow @Fear Corpse on Twitter. He's a good dude, and he shows us a lot of love on Twitter. But he said that he got official word that these will be less than. Come on, Antoine. Come on, Antoine. Tighten up.
Was that a spoon? So they're cheaper than Fans Toys?
He said no. That's not what he said. He got official word that they will be less than $200. So I tweeted back to him and said, yeah, $199.99.
Exactly. That's exactly how they do it when it's under X $100.
Yeah.
So around the same price then. So yeah.
So yeah, I think this looks very, very promising, though. I wouldn't fault anybody for going in on this, and I haven't decided whether or not I am.
They should have tried to get this out when Scoria came out and see if they could, compare.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want them to push it out, too soon.
Exactly.
Yeah, because then you get another Kronos. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So, but I think if they would have pushed it out around when Scoria came out, everybody could tell the difference, and see which way they want to go. I think more people are going to go Fans Toys now because, their stuff's out and they see it's, really well built and everything, and they might just skip these.
Right.
So,
at least they're smart enough to not start with, the two Dinobots that Fans Toys is doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because you do have that corner of the market of the impatient Dinobot owners who just want to have all of them. So,
right.
that's smart
like
at least. So, I actually think they would be smart if they put out a Grimlock second. I think that would be a smart move on their part because I don't think Fans Toys are going to do it till last.
Yeah.
So
either Grimlock or Sludge.
Yeah.
Sludge the next one.
Yeah, but if they did the Grimlock, you might see the Fans Toys people and the Gigapower people get that because I think most people would be okay with their Grimlock being a little taller than their Slag and
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so other than that, we're going to do some Hasbro Takara news. Age of Extinction Platinum Edition Silver Knight Optimus Prime.
There you go, Matt. Finally.
You no longer have to invest the $9.99 on a Target exclusive flip and change. Butt Slam Prime.
Grief.
I like him.
Yeah.
I bet you do.
Oh man, dude.
I will never get you. You will always be an enigma to me.
Matthew,
Yeah.
I really do try to advocate with you because I admit that Hasbro's put out some stuff that looks nice.
Absolutely.
I know
But
you do.
ever since I saw the review when I saw photos of this guy revealed,
Yeah.
I said, "Holy shit, he's carrying the truck on his back."
Yeah. And
It's nowhere near as intricate. It's a fucking show former. He looks like one of those RC remote control cars that they did for Prime. If you just bring back this one hinge that removes the fucking windshield of the truck.
Yeah, but look at that face.
What about that face? It looks like
You
shit.
just you want to kiss it and hug it.
Oh
No,
my
I
God.
don't. I want to shit on it and be like, give me my $200, bro. We had a deal.
I like it, but I'm not gonna get it. I don't know what's. I mean, is this coming out in the States or is this a?
How much does this cost?
I
It's
don't
in
think it
Japan.
said it.
It's
Way too fucking much.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, how much did
Yeah.
the American one cost that was blue and red?
45.
Way too
Okay,
fucking much.
45. So let's add in. Is everybody okay if we add in $30 for it being Japanese?
I may be 100.
Yeah.
I'm not 100, but I
Okay,
think
so
I'll
let's
get
say
100.
let's just round it off to an even 75.
Ugly ass.
I would pay Oscar $75 to actually take a shit on this.
Fine.
As long as there was like evidence. I wouldn't go because otherwise he might rub it in some dog shit and say, you know, I would have to see it. But
I
it would
told
almost be
myself-
worth it.
I think-
Post it on YouTube.
I think Bobby just wants the video of Oscar taking a crap. That's what I think this is
Justin,
about.
That is
Justin,
more
Justin,
views.
Justin, don't be weird, okay?
No, Justin. You go ahead. You be weird, buddy. You be as weird as you.
I like it. I think I
Sick
like the
fucker.
chrome and everything, man. I'm not gonna buy it, but
Dude,
I like it. I like
that-
it.
All right,
That's
but
nuts.
it's just it doesn't like I don't understand. Like they made a fucking Nemesis Prime version of this guy, which is stupid again. You know,
Are we on to the next one already?
this is like the no. This is Age of Extinction Scorn and Slug from the Black Knight edition,
Oh, okay.
which is dumb also
Well,
because I
now
fell out of love with my Dinobots. But hey, we got a Wheeljack from the movie mold with a Wheeljack face.
now I might stick up for Matt's side here.
If
If I were to get the hashtag movie Dinobots, I think I would try to get this set, like if they did them all, because it looks a little bit more, you know, cohesive and unified and, you know, and more true to the movie if that's your thing. But I would just like it because they look like they belong together as opposed to like an emptied bag of Skittles.
Now, you mean if you were to get the Hasbro movie Dinos a second time, you would get the set?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I pre-ordered Scorn already, so I'm gonna get him.
Oh, did you?
How much
yeah.
was he?
How much was it?
They're both 40.
Good night. Never mind.
This is
How
the
about that
exact
Wheeljack?
reason.
How much is that Wheeljack? Because I'm kind of interested in it.
I don't remember the price for the Wheeljack.
Even though
I
his
don't
head
really like-
looks like the Matrix of leadership.
Hey,
It does.
you know what?
It
I
does.
actually saw a good Wheeljack with a G1 head for close to $40. It was $57, and it was a masterpiece. So
Yeah,
if you're itching,
I would like
I'm
the
with you.
Wheeljack the least out of these three, but I don't know how much. He's probably 40, I think. Also, I don't know.
Off topic of this, I think you guys will agree with me. I'm really looking forward to that masterpiece Wheeljack. It's getting
Yeah.
close.
God, it got pushed
Yeah.
back too. Shit.
I know.
Okay, my turn. The reasoning behind Bobby saying he likes the unified look of these guys, like that's the same reason I think if I'm gonna get any of the movie dinos, I'd rather get that SDCC set where they're just the unified G1 colors, because it's that unified theme that I like. If you're gonna pick up these toys,
Yeah.
And I agree with you. However, like I will never be able to take them seriously in that look. Like I've seen the
Oh, yeah.
customizers do it
Absolutely
and
not.
everything. At least this is its own thing.
This one also kind of has a precedence, and I still haven't seen the movie, but that from my understanding, the Dinobots aren't all colorful; they're all kind of like black and white, which
yeah,
this
they look
does
more
make
like
more
this.
sense
They're all
for the
rusty
movie.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I can understand this too. So
I don't give a fuck. I like the Dinobots, man. I like
that
all
said,
of them so far.
I'll
I
let
like-
you guys know next week if I have an SDCC set. It's possible.
Nice.
So.
I want that Infinity set or the Thanos set.
Yep.
Yeah, with the glove you can wear. That's sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I just want I really want that what is it? Black. What is his name? Black. I want to say something that I know is not. Fucking the leader of the Inhumans
Black
and
Bolt.
Medusa.
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt.
Bolt and Medusa.
Yeah.
Is what this ones I really want. But anyway,
Oh,
So,
that's
anyway,
fine.
Antoine, what are your thoughts on the Transformers Expo exclusives?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not getting them, but it's all right.
Well, you can play with mine then.
I'll do something.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
That means he wants to fuck you.
No.
No.
So moving on, really awesome news. Masterpiece Star Saber first prototype images, and looks really sick
Let's
Yeah.
see.
in a good way. Not
Fucking jet mode looks pretty fucking Yeah.
Wait, did we do the Expo ones?
Yeah, we just talked about them.
Oh, I thought we talked about the.
We were talking about the black Dinobots, but we can just kind of.
Bobby, we just talked about them.
I think
Yeah.
we missed a note.
We just talked about them.
We just talked about him. We talked about Silver Knight, how pointless he was, and then we moved on to the
Dinobot.
shit. No, yeah, we just talked about him. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We just.
Oh, I got you. Okay, we're just not.
Keep up, Bobby.
Okay,
Come
Star Saber.
Looking sharp.
Looking sharp.
Yeah.
This is the sound of a voice of a man who is totally not worried.
No. I like the jet mode. Looks pretty sweet.
I'm more excited for this than I am Ultra Magnus at this point. Just saying.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Ultra Magnus too.
I'm looking forward to him. I just think that this is going to be better.
There's a certain member on this podcast who did everything but call me a podcast host not too long ago when I started to lose faith in the Masterpiece Ultra Magnus.
Yep.
So now I am going to return that favor and
That
not
is
allow
fine.
him to do the same.
That's fine.
So what's up with this Scorponok on the
You know
box?
what? I was going to ask the same thing.
That's that statue we saw after TFCon Canada last year.
Yeah, that official third-party thing.
Oh, who gives a shit?
Yeah, the
That's
one
the one
that,
that don't
that doesn't transform, even though Scorponok is basically a freaking guy lying down. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
You
a
know-
third party? Or is that like a
it's a
licensed
licensed
third
third
party?
party
Okay,
thing, yeah.
I gotcha.
So
Yeah,
it's going to be like $1,000 or something like that, if I recall correct, or
You guys
600.
totally need that in your
Yeah,
life.
heads up to everybody. If you're thinking about spending $1,000 on that, just get 2 of the Make Toys ones and send me one.
Right, exactly. Me too. So.
Yeah, so this looks amazing. I am looking forward to Star Saber. He will be an awesome addition. I wonder how much of a pain in the ass he's going to be to get.
I think.
I would say.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to pre-order and be gold.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually think he'll probably be easier than a lot of them, even if he comes to the United States, just because, he doesn't have the fan following in the U.S. that, your regular G1 characters have. There's
And
so many people have no exposure to him.
Yeah, I'm going to be a naysayer. Like, did you mean if he's available at U.S., like, online retailers or, like, a Toys R Us? Because I'd be hard-pressed to say I'd see this guy at Toys R Us.
Yeah,
I don't see them. I don't see him getting released here.
I think he'll get released here because there's no licensing issues. But the problem is that you'll get like 1 per store or whatever bullshit that they end up doing with that.
No,
yeah,
he'll
so
get
it's
released
like-
here, and he'll be like Jetfire
Yeah.
or a fucking Wheelie or something.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait for a Masterpiece Wheelie.
That said, I never worry about the distribution things, because I just get them, the Japanese versions, and save myself the
Pre-ordering
hassle.
those.
Yeah.
Might as well, especially after what people are paying. Did you see how people were paying like $160 fucking already for that Hasbro Sunstorm?
Really?
Oh, the San Diego Comic-Con one they're putting out? Yeah, him and Prowl.
They're like, no, it's an exclusive. No, it's not a fucking exclusive. It's just an
it's the
excuse.
same thing Toys R Us is getting next month.
Dumbass to spend money quicker.
People are nuts.
Yeah, like when it comes to a lot of this stuff, like I just think that, like, I pay the premium to get it from Japan, which, it's not that I think that the Japan one is better than the US, but I can get it quicker. And to me, that is worth the extra money and the hassle of not going to Toys R Us every 5 hours to go see if they have it. So
I'm not saying the Takara one's better, but the Takara one's better.
it is better. But I didn't want to say it on the podcast, and sound all elitist. But
All I'm saying
you people, Bobby, with your American crimes,
Yes,
Garbage.
that is true. That is
Garbage.
Well, how are
You
you
have
going to get the Amazon exclusive mittens if you get the Toys R Us version?
true.
Well, they're not really the same. They're unique.
In my
So,
defense, I wasn't.
one has a slight different shade of orange than the other, so that doesn't make it a knockoff, Greg. God.
In my defense, I wasn't gonna get the. I wasn't really in the game when Masterpiece MP10 came out in Japan. Like I was just getting back into the swing of things after that, or I would have been all over it.
Did somebody say they like that wheeljack that's in the corner?
I did.
Oscar.
Because his head looked like the Matrix of leadership. Get a good look at it.
That thing looks like an abomination. That looks like
Well, it looks
It looks more like a robot than fucking Thrustinator.
That is also an abomination if you've been
I'm still
following
playing
the
with him.
chat.
Get out.
He is moist.
Same thing your girl said.
Wow.
I think that the I don't know.
Wait. Has anybody mentioned anything about Shapeways?
We haven't got there yet. I don't think.
Okay.
Shapeways.
Moist.
What we got next?
Hot
Oh,
Toys.
Oh, Hot Toys is making an Age of Extinction Optimus Prime figure because you fucking need that in your life.
I really do need that shit in my life, but I don't have
Oh,
it.
you fucking
If
don't.
there's one to get, if there's an Age of Extinction Prime to get,
Yeah, that's true.
this is the one.
That's
if you like
true.
dolls.
Those are
Fucking
those-
stupid. Go back to making dolls. Stay the fuck away from this franchise.
Yeah, I would say that this is a really nice Optimus Prime figure for a person who doesn't collect Transformer toys.
Yep,
Do you know what I mean?
agree.
That's true. Yeah.
So that would mean he'd be perfect for every other hotshot reviewer on YouTube. Gotcha.
God, I wonder how much he's gonna be. Shit.
And then we've also got the
Ta-da!
Generation 1 versions that they've announced with the Starscream parts, right?
Yes, because that makes sense.
yeah.
I remember that episode in G1 when he ripped off Starscream's wings savagely and stepped on his head and used them to fly off into space to fight his evil Quintessicon and fucking creators.
Apparently, there is. It is based on something. It's not them just pulling it out of a hat.
Yeah, it was based
Except
on the
it come-
G1 cartoon.
Except it comes with a dismembered head of Starscream. So,
Yeah.
which is a
So
little bit
even,
weird.
oh my god, Bay has impacted a franchise so much that now G1 Prime is a mass murderer also.
Exactly. The movie Optimus is
Wow.
like ripped through continuity, so he can rip off, pieces of corpses and put them on
I
his
thought
back.
this was off of G1,
Oh,
one of the G1
That's what
cartoons.
happened in the aftermath of the Dark Spark.
Dark Spark.
I don't-
Yeah,
That game.
the
Sounds like a
TFW.
weird sex move.
I guess I deleted the note by accident, but the G1 one that Hot Toys is doing, I'm like, if I wasn't in the game, if I wasn't, you know what I mean, like we all are, this would be up my alley. I think this looks great, the G1 one. I mean, it's not for me in the sense of what I collect now, but
No,
mean, the
okay.
paint-
thing we've been seeing that people are like that had the Thrilling 30 brand on the bottom. Was that the Hot Toys thing?
no, I don't think so.
You know what I'm talking about? The G1 Prime?
The big statue?
Yeah.
No, this is
Oh, no, no.
this is an action figure. It's articulated.
Well, I know, but we don't know that that's not articulated. The one we saw, I thought that might be the G1 thing. I haven't seen the G1 Hot Toys thing because I don't know. I don't
floating around the FB. But
Yeah.
The
Again,
G1,
It's
my
gorgeous.
problem with Hot Toys is this, okay?
Well,
You are basically paying an upwards of $300 for a doll that slightly resembles the character that that plays that said figure in the movie that it's based off of, and for $300 you have to interchange hands to change. I'm sorry, for the money you pay, dude, for a fucking doll, it just doesn't pay off in the end. It's not a wise investment, in my opinion. This Age of Extinction Optimus Prime already, I'm seeing a pair of fists laying between his legs there on that stand he's on, which tells me, wow, they can't even articulate his fucking hands to even hold a fucking weapon.
Yeah, now the G1.
It's a bad fucking move, and if people
G1
buy this,
the
that's
G1
fine.
Bobby,
Yeah,
what were you going to say? No,
Just
what
the
were you
G-
going to say?
the G1.
Before I cut you off.
Right. I'm sorry. Wait, go ahead, Greg. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's funny.
G1.
Oh.
Oh my god. the G1 version, the fingers are articulated. So I'm with you. You're preaching to the choir. I'm just saying that I think this is not for me, but I would never fault anybody who got it, unless they were like a Transformers fan. Then I would say, well, get MP10. But I mean, I'm sure the quality of this is going to be top notch. The paint looks fucking amazing. I don't know. This is a good looking unit. It's not for me, but
Sure.
it's a good looking unit.
Hot Toys certainly knows how to make good looking dolls. So.
Yes. Yes. And they even tried to put clothes on this thing. The closest thing they got was Starscream wings.
Well, another thing I thought of, Hot Toys likes to make those vehicle accessories now for their various figures. So we're going to see a vehicle accessory Optimus Prime.
I don't know. You know,
it's gonna happen.
I was afraid that this thing was going to transform, and I would feel obligated to get it. Like when I first saw this news hit, I was like, "Oh God, please don't transform."
It's a fucking $400 Action Master. Right on.
Well, because but the reason why I didn't want it to transform is because I didn't want to buy it, and I knew if it didn't transform, I wouldn't buy it. You know what I mean? So I was like, "Oh, please don't transform, please don't transform." And then when I saw that it didn't transform, I was like, "Oh, okay, good, okay, good."
The one thing that strikes me about this guy is he's a really good, like MP10 is a really good paint job away from being this guy and transforming them.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like, I don't know. I would never advocate getting this unless, like you said, it's just not your thing and you just want to, you're a hot toy collector. Then fine, I guess.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That sums up.
So
show for this week.
what about the Shapeways and Hasbro
Oh yeah, sorry,
partnership?
Shapeways.
Yeah, whatever.
Good night, fellas.
They're
Catch us on YouTube, Podomatic, Stitcher.
I don't know. Anybody have any thoughts on this Shapeways Hasbro partnership?
Suck it, Hasbro. No, I'm just kidding.
Brandon,
I
mean, John,
Go
ahead.
Greg.
Hello, Greg.
Greg. I'm echoing.
I still think we're a long ways away from seeing anything that we would want.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think that it is at least it's I will say, like, I'm just trying to be, balanced. At least it's fucking progressive.
Suck it, Shapeways.
Yeah, I mean it's something, but I think this is really outside.
It's for My Little Pony.
Yeah, outside of the My Little Pony market, what else is going to take advantage of this in a way that they need Hasbro as backup?
Right. I
My
agree.
Little Pony's just unarticulated little ponies anyway, so
Right.
Wads of plastic, and yet that sells better than Transformers. Mind blown.
Yeah, I mean, and look, if you're into it, fine. I don't care. That's not my, I just don't think this has any relevance towards, Transformers or G.I. Joe or anything like that, because the details on, making, a G.I. Joe gun or a Transformers gun, you can do it, but is Hasbro going to look at those details and you need to get them behind it? I don't think so. So... yeah, I think My Little Pony is the only thing that this is at all at this point relevant to.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
But I mean, I don't know. At least it's a step somewhere. They're not just.
This is so below Hasbro. I'm disappointed.
No, it's not. Have you seen those one-step changers?
Disappointed.
I thought you've been picking up the AOE toys.
Yeah.
I have.
This isn't.
I love it.
I have.
I love it. You're gonna see them in Chicago too. Yay!
Not me.
Gross.
I'm gonna see him with a sledgehammer.
Whoa! You've been getting a little violent there, Justin. You need to calm down.
Yeah, Justin's been on a little walk on the
want
dark
to
side.
stab some motherfuckers, man.
All right, so fuck this. The discussion for the week is that Matt might start something after reading this, which is that the fucking sales are down. I'll read the little article because it's not much. Business Insider has posted an interesting article explaining how Hasbro decides which toys it will turn into movies and the profit they get in return. With several more brands set up to get the movie treatment in the next few years, we spoke with Hasbro Chief Marketing Officer John Frescati to find out exactly how the company selects which of its toy lines get adapted to the big screen and how you can possibly turn a board game into a movie. This is in quotes. We look for those brands that have story and character at their foundation because inevitably for any type of storytelling format, whether it's a movie, a television show, a digital comic, it has to have a great story and great characters at its foundation. Altogether, the Transformers franchise has brought in more than $2.5 billion worldwide. The two G.I. Joe movies combined have generated more than $600 million at the box office. According to Reuters, it's low-risk strategy for Hasbro. The toy company pays around $100 million to develop the script ideas, and if studio wants to go through with the film, Hasbro gets paid back for the developing fee. After the film is in theaters, Hasbro reportedly receives 5% of the money a studio makes from theaters. The article also states the following: the success of Transformers and other Hasbro brand movies based on Jim and the Holograms, Magic the Gathering, and Ouija are on their way to the big screen. Now,
how exactly do you do that?
I thought that they were, Ouija?
Yep.
It's going to be a horror movie.
Oh my god, I didn't move it.
The only thing that moves when you trust me, the only thing that moves on that board is Parker Brothers' bank account. What you call it? I thought there was also talk about how it was failing to perform. The Hasbro, the AOE line.
The
That was a different article.
But you've read that too, right? I'm not alone there. So,
No, I read it. Yeah.
what I find funny about this bit is that it says inevitably for any type of storytelling format, whether it's it has to have a great story and great characters as foundation. But apparently, they don't care if you just take all that and discard it to make the actual movie.
Right.
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's got to be something that someone cared about at some point in time.
right. Yeah, this is, I think that this, me personally reading this, it seems to stink of that Hasbro indifference towards, cherished franchises.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Stinks, all right.
And with the bit about the toy line not performing well, I don't find that extremely surprising. I don't know if anyone else does, but the fact that a large percentage of those toys either A are Transformers that don't transform, or B are set for a demographic that's maybe 3 or 4 years old, maybe 5 or 6, maybe.
I think they miscalculated.
With a lot of those one-step changers and a lot of those super simple transformations, and then even worse, the figures that don't transform and whatnot. Like, you're not even appealing to your main fan base, which is the fan base that buys, whether it be a child or an adult, that buys Transformer figures to transform them.
Yep.
Them think kids are so stupid or so slow that they won't tell the difference between a one-step Transformer and a regular Transformer.
Well, I think that, I agree with you to an extent. I think that they're doing it to try to rake in that young audience, but I think it misfires because I think parents think, oh, okay, this will be great for like my 6 or 7 year old, but a 6 or 7 year old is going to get bored with that shit in like a minute. It's really like maybe my 1 year old would, or maybe 2, 3, 4, maybe, but like I don't know. I think they've got their to quote Bullet Tooth Tony, I think they've got their parties meddled up.
You know what? With this, we're gonna pick which, franchises we do movies for. I'm most excited for a Candyland movie at this point, I think.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oscar, you got 2 cents on this? Oscar must have.
No, he doesn't. Hail Hasbro.
Hail Hasbro. Matt will speak for him.
The Hasbro execs have come in and killed. Yeah.
Hasbro execs have grabbed Oscar out of the house.
Yeah, they just choked him out. I just think that they didn't really put a lot of thinking into this one. They just rushed it. And like I said, it is made for younger kids, the one step, and the shampoo bottles and everything. I like I've only picked up a couple things, the deluxes and the Voyagers and the leader classes that actually do transform. And the other stuff is just going to sit there and just going to, be priced down to like $2 or something later on. But yeah, it's just really disappointing to see that they rushed this stuff out so bad because they had 3 years, in between the last movie to actually, say, we need to come up with a better strategy and everything, which I know they steered away from the bumblebees. Everybody's, griped about all the bumblebees, but they've actually steered away from that. They've only got one in this one. I think they got another one coming out. So I think they're kind of moving to the right direction, but then they just went, a different way that.
Right, but what they did though is they took away the bumblebees and then they shit on the whole line, so it's all garbage now.
Oh yeah, I know. I think they just rushed it out. I don't know about rush it out, but like I said, they had 3 years in between movies to, come up with something better than this. And I think they thought the Dinobot was going to just, everybody was wanting Dinobots, so they thought that hey, if we just put a little guy on a Dinobot, it's going to sell anyways, but it's not because they want transforming Dinobots.
Yep, I found that other article or that other thing about the article, which was on TFW, and it said that it's off to a rocky start. And the quote from it was, "The #1 licensed toy line in America usually generates about 400 to 500 million in sales a year. At the rate the toys are selling, Transformers might still crack 225 million." Which is a lot, but when you create inventory to sell $500 million worth of toys, it's not so good.
So here's a question I have, based on the original article that you read. The article states that following the success of Transformers and other Hasbro brand movies, what other Hasbro brand movies that were successful? I mean, G.I. Joe, I enjoyed that movie, but I don't think that anyone would consider either of them super successful. Battleship was not successful, so what else is there?
Oh,
Battleship
no.
was dumb. That's what that fucking
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
there's
wonder
Oscar.
if I
They
wonder
did take him.
if they I wonder if they try to lump in, you know, the fact that Hasbro makes toy lines based on movies that aren't theirs.
Maybe that's possible. And
you know, because the Captain America figures seem to sell pretty well. The fucking Spider-Man figures don't seem to be selling well.
Yeah.
Every time I go to a store, there's at least 4 Spider-Man figures, and then usually 1 or 2 different ones, like whatever it is, Dragonfly or whatever that Bugman is.
Oh, Beetle.
Yeah, Beetle. And then the Captain America, the only one I see is like the World War II Captain America, you know, as opposed to all.
Oh yeah, about the Marvel Legends.
I
Yeah,
had
I can
Marvel
find
now
Spider-Man.
Captain America. That thing was loose as fuck. It was hard to sell.
Mm.
No, they're just they're not just failing in just making Transformers. They're kind of failing in everything else they've taken a part in when it comes to making toys in the long run. You know, my love for Hasbro, though, the only thing they got coming out that I'm actually looking forward to is that Leader Class Jetfire. I kind of lost any hope for them, especially in the Masterpiece department that supposedly is for the adult collectors, yet your promotional images show children playing with Masterpiece figures. So I can't wait for a 2-step Optimus Prime MP fucking 30.
I think they're trying to cut too many corners, and it's catching up to them. I mean, they're trying to, I know, with oil and all that stuff being so expensive and everything, all that crap. There's, like I said, they're trying to cut corners to make money, but they're cutting corners on the wrong stuff, and it's showing up in the, the plastic quality, and some of the shit they're putting out. It's just, like I said, they're trying to cut corners, and it's not adding up to what they want to.
Well, it's their fault. It's their fuck up. Now they're paying for it, and that's why third-party companies are flourishing now because, other collectors are seeing what they're releasing and are just saying, I fucking had it. This is it. I bust chops on the guy that takes a photograph of his Masterpiece Assassin Storm that he got that was faulty, and he calls it a pile of dog shit. Yeah, I bust his chops for saying that, but at the same time, I understand his frustration.
Yeah, this same article goes to say, an A title costs as much to make, but the market has shrunk to a few hits a year. Basically, the same problem as the toy industry spending money. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to say the toy industry can't match what we value anymore, or we cannot be dazzled by simple technology anymore. So they're actually bashing, this article, this insider article or whatever, is bashing the idea that simplicity is not the way to success.
Yep. And that's where they screwed up.
Especially in a world where, a 5-year-old can open up an iPad and, get onto YouTube and find some of their favorite things and then access it. A one-step changer is probably not for them. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. I think you hit the proverbial nail on the head.
The whole marketing side of Hasbro right now seems like they just have their heads up their ass. To decide that Gem and the Holograms is going to be a successful thing. I know you're trying to draw on 80s nostalgia, but even back in the 80s, I can't think of nearly as many kids who were into that as they were G.I. Joe and Transformers, and freaking G.I. Joe has failed and has been, at least, in pop culture for the last 30 years, whereas Gem and the Hologram had a 3-year thing and then disappeared off the planet.
What you're basically forgetting, Justin, is that Hasbro's essentially, if anything, abandoned G.I. Joe. They won't make appearances at conventions where their figures are featured and are having quote-unquote exclusives.
Right, of course. But in the same hand, Gem and the Holograms had a 3-year run and then faded from existence, whereas G.I. Joe, as lackluster as any support they've given to it has existed at least for the last 30 years.
This is this article is pretty interesting. It says, it's worth reading. The problem is the toy industry is now business built staffing wise and revenue promissory wise of $49.99 plastic play sets and $59.99 electronic monopoly. And this summer with Transformers, they may have just driven off a cliff. With Mattel, things are not looking very rosy. Monster High has stopped growing. The growth engine that covered a lot of problems. Barbie and Hot Wheels are flat or still slowing. Planes is doing fine. It's a minor line in the big scheme of things. And, of course, Cars is therefore down. Real shock to everyone here, right? Psst. Small shipments equal small sales. which is pretty fucking telling. Like, you know, it's stuff we've been saying on the show. Like, when you ship one box, I mean, I don't see it so much with the general Generations line, but like when you ship one box of Marvel Legends, everybody gets the fucking Black Widow as soon as it hits the peg. You know what I mean? So then it goes on to say, and of course retailers are going to accelerate this deceleration. One more row of headphones, Wi-Fi speakers, iPads, and iTunes cards are a lot more profitable than planes, micro drifters, Max Steel action figures, or now apparently Transformers.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting.
That is, I give it about another 5 years before we start seeing that shit. Might just actually die off altogether from the retail market. So I'll tell you that right now. It's already it's already hidden. We're at a point where, you know, if we're at a point where it's not just no longer something that's released. Like, let's rewind the clock the better part of 7 years ago, before everyone became a reviewer on YouTube and everyone had their ability to live the cliche of helping the cliche bear fruit that is, you know, everybody's a critic. Let's rewind the clock. If you had a shitty fucking Generations class figure, you basically only knew about it through word of mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, this figure's absolute shit. Look at this. You know, let's talk about the Blitzwing incident. You know, like 7 years ago, that type of fallout would never have happened. Never. But with the advent of the internet and now social media and all that and peer-to-peer sharing, you now have that instant, you know, that instant heads up from one fan to another. And because Hasbro is too fucking thick-headed. You know, and I find this fucking funny because I championed them when you and I first met Skullface.
Yep.
They are so fucking thick-headed, they don't listen to except the hot shot from college that probably, like, you know, I never really fucked with toys in the first place.
Right.
Let's just get this guy. Next thing you know, the guy who made fucking B-Mug is designing a wheelie. So. Right.
I think that's absolutely correct. And I don't know. I think that its days are numbered, man. Like, you know, you can't put this type of shit out, and I think they're like you know, I always argue with Matt. I think they're just appealing to their wrong, real fan base.
Yep. I think if Hasbro is smart, they would try to look to letting other people get licenses to their stuff. You know, at this point, and maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's why we see like the Hot Toys and stuff like that happening now. But I feel like if they really want to stay profitable, that's smart.
my biggest grievance with the whole Hot Toys and merging with the AOE line and now like with a G1 Prime is that's not really a Transformer. It got its name from what it can do.
Right, obviously, but I'm more speaking
Justin
on
agrees with you know, he's just saying that they're getting it out there by different means.
Right.
And I think that's smart also, but like, you know, okay, so the guy that can afford, you know, a $600 Optimus Prime covered, he's good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I'm saying,
you know what
like,
I mean?
You know,
there's nothing there left for the middle. And more importantly is that, like, fucking when we were kids, I can't speak for all of you, but like for me, it was the fiction that drove the purchases. And it still is for me to a large extent. Like, I don't know who the fuck Rung is, but I buy the comic, I get interested in the character, and now I want the figure. Do you know what I mean? And if Hasbro spent more time developing their fiction, like they used to do, I think that you would get more of a response, because I can even see it with my daughter. Like, you know, she's taken an interest in X-Men, and, you know, and she's interested in these characters, and they're in the first season. And the second season, they start bringing in new characters. Now all of a sudden she's interested in those characters more. You know what I mean? When they were more than just a background character. And it's just that, like, because as a kid, you want to play out those fantasies or whatever, those scenes that you see. As an adult, you grow more attached to the characters, and you can't just put out some fucking character that nobody knows who the fuck he is and expect for him to sell.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I could go on and on. Let's get to the questions. And we have a lot this week, and shout out to everybody who helped us out, because we were not thinking that we were going to be able to have enough for a show. But we'll start with Robert D. I'm not going to say any last names, but so let's go around and see if we can pick a Hasbro toy that Matt doesn't like. And actually, we'll open it up to the fans, too. So we're not going to actually say this tonight. We're going to come back next week and handle this. I'm going to keep this in the notes. If you're listening to the show, write in the comments. You can write whatever you want if you want to chime in on the show or whatever. But also write answer and then give an answer. If you can name a Hasbro toy, Transformer, that Matt does not like. And then we'll announce the winner next week. Matt,
and you'll get big props if you're able to answer a toy that Matt not just doesn't like, but has masturbated in front of out of anger.
Can I say this one?
Sure. Who?
Antoine?
Sure.
Huh?
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one character.
Okay.
Airrack from Transformers Prime.
Okay. All right. Don't say anything, Matt. We're gonna announce next week.
But I just want to say I have mentioned one figure earlier shows that I despised. So I just want to put that out there.
But did you masturbate to it out of anger?
I masturbate in my room all the time, Oscar. Damn it, they're everywhere.
My God. My God, I fucking love you.
To the questions, and we'll just go round robin. Johnny M. Are the buttholes of everyone who pre-ordered Kronos still sore?
That was a good one.
Since I got mine,
I was say you're the one that actually
I will say
right?
this: I am still extremely disappointed. Justin, you pre-ordered.
I am disappointed, and I thought I was going to be disappointed with the site's return policy that said one thing, but it turns out that site owner apparently has been getting tons of requests for people who want to return their
He's on
Kronos.
autopilot.
Yeah, so he gave me an autopilot response, and I can't blame him for that because Kronos really is crap. But,
and he actually said in the email that he was on autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really too terribly broken up about it. I'm going to lose, $10 in the process, so whatever. So.
Greg, you were the other person that pre-ordered, correct?
I was the first one in on Kronos, and I was the first one out.
I thought Antoine pre-ordering too.
Did you pre-order, Antoine?
Nope.
Oh,
okay. Okay.
So do you have anything else to offer, Greg? I mean, I think that your answer was
I am super excited to get my mind wipe and my groove.
Yeah. America.
For those listening, we actually we talk in that we have a chat that goes on all day, every day, sometimes too much.
But if you don't know about that chat by now, then you don't pay attention.
Right. So
every show.
We knew that Kronos was coming, and Greg was still on the fence, Justin was still on the fence, and they were like, "Hey, look, you got to let us know ASAP." Like this or that. So
you need to review right now.
I opened it up, I took a picture of it, I put it in the chat, and I actually, when I got him out of the box, I was like, "Shit, man, this guy's beefy." Like, I was excited. It wasn't until I started transforming him that they started having trouble in paradise. So I got halfway through the transformation, and I just wrote in the chat, I'm leaning towards cancel, and it was like, really, seriously? So then I got all the way through the transformation, and I transformed him back, and I was like, cancel, everyone,
Greg getting things
cancel.
twice. He's just I'm out.
And fucking Antoine was like, really? And Matt was like, don't waste time with questions, just cancel.
I got the text, and I have trouble getting signal at work sometimes in parts of the building on my phone. And so I stepped outside, and I just got this text from Bobby, and it said it's shit, and then cancel. And I was like, oh, man, he just texted the wrong person. I better go ahead and get my hopes up about Kronos. And then it all clicked in my head. I was like, wait, no, he's talking about Kronos. Cancel.
So yeah, it was. Justin's had already, unfortunately, I think it shipped that morning.
That morning, yep. So I was like, oh, son of a.
So it was just like the worst time.
It was pretty horrible. So.
This is where I think I differ from a lot of you guys. If I would have pre-ordered him and he had shipped, I would not have been so quick to sit there and be like, all right, well, I'm going to send this back. I probably would have fiddled with him first to see if I was going to be disappointed or not completely. Because I'm the firm believer that not everything's going to be the same. There were Maniac Kings going around that had a bum right knee that was really, really loose,
Their words.
Right.
And
Hey, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Did you even open yours yet?
No, I did not, because if
he doesn't open it.
The return policy is if I don't open it, they'll take it back. So
Okay.
I was like, nope, not opening it. Don't want
Really,
it.
you have to not open the box it came in, like it was shipped to you in.
Oh, I could open that, but don't open the toy. Leave it factory
Oh.
sealed. And I was like, I don't even want to do that. Like I don't want to see anything about this toy, so it changes my opinion.
And I just want to add, I canceled my purchase with WKToysandMore.com of Wichita, Kansas, and I had no issues whatsoever. In fact, when I told him I kind of thought I needed a refund, he told me that I'm already processing all the refunds right now. He didn't even pay for. He didn't even pay for his shipment. He was like, "Fuck it."
But
He's like, "I'm just going to refund everybody."
It all worked out, and he was able to unload them to Joe's mom and pop knockoff shop, and
There you
find
go.
them
Yeah.
there doing.
What's that? Would you like some?
Right where he got them from.
Would you like some? Would you like some Nestle Quick Milk? Well, we don't have that, but we do have chocolate
Shit.
cow.
Wait, what did you say? What was that? You said Mountain Dew, like dark red or something earlier.
We don't have Code Red, but we have Mountain Holler Red Skies.
See, when you said that, the only thing that popped in my head is like they'll give you a glass of water and some dude in a Daredevil costume will drop that and hit you in the head. It's like Mountain Dew. I don't know why, but that was the image I got.
The one thing I learned from Kronos here is
Oh, God. I'll mute the mic. I'm sorry. I'll mute the
His trigger phrase is Daredevil costume. In case you guys didn't know.
What'd you say, Justin?
I said the one thing I learned about the whole Kronos experience was to better trust my instinct, because I had this guy pre-ordered, canceled, pre-ordered, canceled, pre-ordered, canceled, and then I pre-ordered it again, and then it shipped. And I'm like, damn it, why didn't I just listen to myself the first 9 times I canceled the pre-order?
I did it too, though, Justin. I did it too. I just didn't tell everybody about it.
Held up, Cat.
So our next question is from Robo Rob Springer, who
is the only guy besides me that can take a naked selfie wearing only a Sonic hat.
yeah,
Hopefully
and he's over on Radio Free Cybertron. He does like a Q&A thing, and actually Antoine asked him a question once, which was actually possibly my favorite Q&A session with Rob Springer ever, as a side note. God bless Rob Springer. Everybody loves him in the community, and it's because he's like a genuinely nice guy. But he gets a lot of those if Blaster were to make cookies, what type of cookies would he make and why? And not for nothing, man, he handles it like a champ every time. He's just like, he reads the question and I can see the look in his face of heartache, and he's just like, well, I think he's probably more of a snickerdoodle kind of guy. But anyway, it's a different demographic, I think, of fan base. But Rob Springer asks, do we have a TFCon shopping list? So for those going to TFCon, let's start it off. Justin?
If I can find those Techno Toon Titans guys for a good price, I think I'm in on that.
There you go.
Outside of that, I don't know. Maybe if I can find a Snapdragon. I've been looking for one of them for a while. So, but other than that, yeah, I think that's it at this point.
Mercy?
If it's available, if I don't get it from 3 and up, I kind of want to get that Car Crash with a K.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Probably, hopefully there'll be a liquor store. Buy some things there. And really, that's it. I'm not going with the expectation of buying a lot, because pretty much everything that's already out or that's coming out, I've already pre-ordered. So I just want to go and hang out and have a good time and have some drinks, make some enemies, and
we're gonna be doing something with Rob Springer. We haven't decided what that something is yet, but we're gonna be doing something.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Deluxe,
might involve animal costumes, might involve
right.
A couple of Sonic the Hedgehog sound effects. Speed dash, motherfucker. Yeah.
Gross.
Deluxe, anything on your list?
Anything G1. I'm looking for a Target Master Scourge. I only buy
Woo,
G1
good luck.
stuff when I only buy G1 stuff whenever I actually touch it, like BotCon and all that stuff and other Comic Cons or anything. So mostly anything G1 stuff. All the new stuff I'll probably just get pre-ordered anyway. So so yeah, that's what, I'm not really looking at anything particular.
You find a nice G1 Thundercracker, you let me know there, Deluxe.
Oh yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, Oscar, I want to see if I can go for 2 tonight. Dress up in a Sonic the Hedgehog costume and ask him if he likes chili dogs.
Stupid.
What?
That's not stupid, you ignorant bastard. Dude, that's the most amazing thing I can picture in my mind just now.
I tell you what, man. Is anybody else here friends with him on Facebook, Ross Springer?
I am, yeah. I am. Hail Ross Springer.
Yeah, that dude's a pretty funny dude.
Especially when he does the radio stuff, when he like mentions stuff on the radio.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
mention it,
I'm in the market. Well, basically, what I'll be doing is my dad is going to on this like. My dad retired in '98, right? My dad's like old as fuck. He was born in 1940. Had me when he was 40 years old, and my dad retired. He did 32 years on the job, and he retired in '98. And his wife just retired. Who's my stepmom, I guess. In
yeah,
this
that would
year.
be your stepmom.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like it's more like, hey, what's your first name again? You know, so that she just retired this year, and they're going on like this world cruise, and they're gonna go to Hong Kong, and they're gonna stop by Action Robo or whatever for me, and I'm gonna try to finagle my way to getting a Warden out of that trip as like a little souvenir for baby boy. But if that doesn't come through, which is what I'm expecting will happen after he sees the price, I might pick up a Warden while I'm at TFCon.
Just tell him that it's Warden. He's a responsible male authority figure.
Yeah, that I might have a better luck with that. See, my dad, like, you know, he'll look at it and be like, well, Bob, I gave some thought to that, and when I arrived there, I saw it. And I put it on the counter, and the young Asian man at the counter told me that thing was going to be $160. And I explained to him that it was a goddamn toy. And he said that he understood that, but that was the price. And I said, well, you're not going to get that out of me, pal. And I walked right out of there. They're not going to get one over on. They're not going to get one over on your old man.
I showed them, right, son?
Right.
Yeah.
It's a chiseled jawline that transforms into a chiseled jawline.
Right.
You know what's funny? Because like my dad would probably tell me the same shit if he was to take a trip like that. Except he would lie about how it ended. He's like, then he tell me it costs like $160. Like that's crazy. And then he'd be like, but Junior, you know what happened next? I'd be like, what, Dad? What happened next? The ninjas came and they attacked the store. I had to get garbage, your stepmother, and we had to run for our lives. And I couldn't buy your figure. I'm sorry, but I got you.
An oversized knockoff Grimlock.
He just, you know, my dad he's from a different generation. I mean, he lived during World War II, for Christ's sake. And like he got me that Lego Jabba's Palace for Christmas this past year. And like, you know, like I just kind of looked at him when I had it, or it was for my birthday, and I looked at him and he was just like looked down at the box and like looked up at me and was like, nerds, right?
Yeah. I love it. I laugh.
And then the ninjas came and started attacking during the Christmas time, and that's why I don't have a gift this year.
Right.
That ninjas, everything.
So anyway, our next question is from Steve L, and I think we've already answered it, but he says, does anyone know anything about gigapower? And the only thing that I know is that they're going to be bigger than the Fans Toys ones, and apparently it's been announced that they will be less than $200.
And they're a third-party company.
Does anybody know anything else?
They're making Snarl.
I know I'm surprised that no one's taken that picture and run it through a meme generator and put Giga T on the bottom of it.
I know that they will be superior to the Mechaform ones.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the Age of Extinction line is superior to the Mechaform one.
Yeah, I think that you're right. The thing is that like this is a pretty ambitious first project for them. Will we all agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it seems to look pretty badass. So, like, whenever that happens, I always have a hard time believing that this is a company's first rodeo. But I have no evidence to support that claim.
You know what? I thought the same thing with Kronos.
Yeah.
Look where that's turned up.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So sorry, we don't.
Go ahead.
We have failed you, Steve L. We have failed you, but that is all that we know. Hopefully that $200 thing is relatively news. Yul E, friend of the show, and good all around dude. He runs a page on Facebook called Third Party Crashers or Third Party Transformer Crashers, and
that's him.
it's good stuff. So check them out. He says, if we could have our dream project, a third party, what company would you have make what product? And we'll go around, and I'll go with Oscar.
What?
Like, if it's up to you. All the cards are in your hands. You can choose what company makes what product. One choice. Like, you can say, I want,
I would
Fansproject to make Monstructor.
I got an answer. I would like to see Mastermind's Creation make a Thunderwing.
Oh shit.
Yep.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Antoine, what do you got?
Like he just came.
My god. Shut up. No.
No, what scale? What scale would you like? Just we'll throw that in there too. What scale would you like that to be, Oscar? Scale with your chugs?
MP scale, because he's always been like this mammoth monster, and I'm going by the Dreamwave version, that big bitch that he turned into. But I'd like to see a masterpiece scale.
Nice, Antoine.
Yeah, MMC to make a Abominus.
I think we're gonna get that in Chicago, man. I'm still holding out hope. And to scale with the Predaking.
Yeah.
What it's funny that that's 2 people for MMC so far. I'm just gonna make note of that. Go ahead, Justin.
Fans Toys, I would want it to be a masterpiece, and I would want them to do either Hound or Jazz.
Nice.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
Deluxe.
I want
You were
to
having
make
it.
an MP Willie.
Called it.
I would like. I know they put out Brainstorm. Is it? Did I get that right, Oscar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I want them to put out some more Headmasters. I really like the feel of what they're doing with that one. So I hope they put some more out.
So you want Hasbro to lose their license, become a third-party company?
Yes.
Okay.
This question is specifically for a third party.
Nope.
Third party. I'm
I
sorry.
allow it.
My
I allow
bad.
this.
Oh, my fault. I didn't listen. Third party. Shit, I don't know. I'll pass.
I'll come back.
Who's the guys that made the race cars that made a big one? That company, they need to make the Brainstorm. They already did Deluxe. I don't care.
I want another round 2 after. Just saying.
Okay, Mercy.
I've got a couple. I'd really like to see KFC file for bankruptcy. I'd like to see somebody make a prowl that fits on Hercules.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Would you like to make
but
TFC?
I don't really care at this point. Yeah, sure. Let's say TFC just for shits and giggles. I don't know, man. I'm kind of with. Was that you that said MMC instructor, Bobby?
I threw that out as an idea, but that is like my second choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or somebody to make a fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Like Fansproject to make a wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, I got mine now.
2 wrongs that don't make a right. Good job.
Go ahead,
That's
Deluxe.
so sad.
I want Fansproject to make the Target Masters after they do the Headmasters.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
I personally would also like it to be Mastermind Creations. I wonder why a lot of us chose them.
Because they make good shit, motherfucker. That's why.
But I would also like Mastermind. I would like to see Mastermind Creations take the monster bots, like the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be sick, man.
The 3.
That would be real sick.
Okay, so thanks for the question, Yul.
Wait, second round for me. I want more.
Oh
GoBots.
yeah,
Second. Justin.
More GoBots by
Of course.
Unique Toys, please.
Also for anybody
Creative names like Flatline or Motar.
Hells yeah.
For anybody listening, I reviewed Soundmore, and I have Greg for Mercy making a special appearance in it, and that video is up now, so check that out. And T2RX6 also reviewed him and has a little cameo from Old Skullface in it, so we all did some cross promotion this week, and check that out as well. That should be up by the time you hear this as well.
Also,
So-
I would like to throw out a name for a GoBot. I would like to see Primary Care be the first aid equivalent. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nice.
Primary care. Wow. Oh,
Oscar
I'm
is
starting
not
to
feeling
remember.
the GoBots.
No, I mean, I'm starting to remember what really drew me away from GoBots. Like Leader 1 was cool. And then you had Sidekill. I was like, what the
Cool.
fuck? Then there's Motar.
And Hans Cuff.
Cuff. You had fucking Scooter. You know, wow, what's he changed into? His fucking name.
Hey, you don't talk bad about Scooter.
Oh, please.
I just did.
My comment today was that
Wait till last Whirl, you're gonna hate him.
For us that grew up in the 80s, the same aunt that bought you a GoBot for Christmas is the same aunt that bought you a Walkman with no rewind when you were a teenager.
Oh, my mom used to do that shit all the time. Buy GoBots for me and say they were Transformers because they were cheaper.
Right. That's kind of the joke. Anyway, Ronnie V, if you could design, what would it be? Alt mode, bot forms? Would it be a combiner squad? Would it be a triple changer, more or less Autobot, Decepticon, non-affiliated personality? Blah, blah. So if you does anyone have a character that they would want to design? We'll go around. Oscar.
I do. I got one's an original character. I was actually working on doing a custom with the Armada Starscream from the Generations line. I was calling him Blip. He'd have like a black and green color scheme, and he'd basically be like an infiltration specialist, you know. And the second would be, I would love to design a fucking Rodimus Prime and maybe submit it to iGear Toys that's looking for help recently.
Nice.
Because I believe we need a Rodimus Prime from More Than Meets the Eye, and not a shitty fucking masterpiece ripoff of fucking Sideswipe. So.
Deluxe, if you could create did you have a figure that you would want to create, like not a already known unit, but like an original? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, not really.
T2RX6.
His name's Hasbro and he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That was a good one, Oscar. I like that. Hasbro's I liked it.
No, I have no. You know what I want to see? I want to see a DMH exclusive picture of the six of us on the podcast represented in some mechanical form.
That would be something.
Yeah. That's what I would like to see.
That might have to happen.
God, that'd be a fat ass robot.
Yeah, you're gonna be like that one from the movie with the target.
Yeah.
You could be like the hound of the combiner set.
I'm gonna lose weight before I go to Chicago. Fuck you.
It's all good. Mercy, do you have any original character you'd like to?
Maybe a decent movie figure. That'd be original, right?
Wow.
Not really.
Right.
His name is Greg White. He's an indestructible communication.
Antoine, do you have an original character? I got you.
No, not really.
I would definitely do one. And I guess Oscar and I are the only two that are really in for that. But Oscar and I would definitely expand our secret collection, and I would definitely have myself a shitstorm.
Damn right.
And
shitstorm.
Yeah.
I'm only in it I'm in for the fiction, not the toys. All right. I wouldn't buy Shitstorm. I wouldn't buy Shitstorm.
I'm gonna write.
Fuck yourself.
No, I'm writing some Shitstorm fiction. You know,
every time he flies away.
Oh, please let that happen.
He's just a troublemaker. He gets kicked out of like the Autobots. He gets kicked out of the Decepticons. He joins the Autobots. He gets kicked out of the Autobots. So he starts doing Transformer podcasts and gets kicked off all of them too.
He just starts flinging poo everywhere.
That sounds like a certain Facebook celebrity I know.
Are you? He also goes on to ask our thoughts on mint and sealed box. None of us do that, right?
Nope.
No.
I have one mint.
I got some stuff mint and sealed box.
Right.
I only got one.
You're not a mint and sealed box collector.
Oh no,
nope.
No.
I think that Transformers is the one, like collection that mint and sealed box makes the least amount of sense for. Like every other one, you can enjoy what the figure is. Like you can enjoy a G.I. Joe mint on its card or a Ninja Turtle mint on its card, but like such an integral part of Transformers is the changing between robot to vehicle. Yeah. So to mint and seal box, you just like missed out on like over half of what the toy itself is.
You're just in it for the money, I think. If you keep them mint and seal box.
No, wait, because I'm getting ready to explain something. Okay. My buddy Adam, my childhood friend, He's a mint and sealed box guy. When he's not really in the collecting game anymore. And the reason why he did it, he was heavy into like the superhero stuff, especially like DC collectibles, stuff like that, because they look great in their display boxes. And the problem with especially DC collectible stuff, Legends kind of have the same problem too, is that over time the plastic starts to bend, the legs start to warp out, and your figures start falling all over the place. So he would have them just to display that way. His only figures that he has outside of his mint and sealed box are his Transformers. So I really think that mint and sealed box is the wrong move with Transformers, but I can see the benefits of it elsewhere.
It's just the engineering of the Transformer. Just just to watch it,
to appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I have one mint and sealed in my collection that is held on by sticky tack to the side of my display shelf, and that is Generation Skids. Because as soon as I heard how much Justin hated it, I found one at my Toys R Us on sale for $9.99, y'all, and I bought him. And he hangs to the side to this day. What I don't understand is how some people turn their collection room or their den, whatever you want to call it, into what looks like a fucking Toys R Us backstock room.
Right.
Mom's basement, you mean?
Yeah, well, Mom's basement. But like, I don't understand how is it that you could sit there, look at it, and oh, I'm just gonna carry this movie Ironhide around the house and enjoy it, And I'm sorry, you can't. Like, I've come clean and said, yeah, when I go to pinch a loaf, I take a guy with me.
Right.
My wife still looks at me weird. She's like, whoa, really? It's like, I need company. And it's just weird if you... But...
That's not weird. I do the same thing, Oscar, and I take pictures of them. So
yeah, I know. I have too. So that's why we make love, Greg.
Do you want to Skype after the show?
Yeah, you know it, brother. My shit's coming off right now.
Oh man.
So our next question is from James.
Well.
Man, tits everywhere.
It's from James C, who we love, a good friend of the show, and definitely appreciate his input, especially I appreciate your input all the time, but in the early days he was one of the few that gave us material to talk about, so he'll always have a special place in my heart. But he said, he asked, what's the one toy that has the most sentimental value in your collection? Does anyone have one off the top of their head?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go Oscar and then Antoine. Oscar.
Generation 1 Tantrum was given to me when I was 9 years old by my dad. 2 days after I got him, it was a birthday present. 2 days after I got him, my dad told me that him and my mom were getting a divorce. So, yeah, kind of childhood dying right then and there. So, yeah, he's the oldest Transformer in my collection, hands down. And he is part of my holy grail, which is my G1 Predaking. So.
Wow. Antoine.
Yeah, Machine Robo Psycho. My mother gave it to me before she passed away.
Nice.
Yeah, she bought it somewhere, and she just gave it to me. So.
Nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Deluxe.
I got a couple of Transformers from my wife, that I like. One of the commemorative Starscream.
You like.
I know. She bought me a few things I like.
No, I mean, the MP, one of the commemorative Starscream she got for me, and other than it being a great figure, she got it for me, and I like it, and it's probably one of my. If I died, that'd probably be buried with me.
Yeah, right.
No, if I die, I told them to bury me with the.
That would not be strange. Here in wonderful Florida, a guy died and had himself buried in a glass casket while mounted and stuffed on his fucking Harley.
What?
That's not weird. Trust me.
Mercy.
Not really, to be honest. My Piranha reissue, because I got memories of the original set when I was a kid. And Kit got me that for Christmas. So the first Christmas I was in Ohio.
Well, that's cool.
So
it is. That's actually one of my favorite G1 combiners, really.
T2R.
I like the colors.
Yep.
Reminds me of a Miami Subs bathroom.
That's a great, man. They make good food. Great crack.
Let's see. I guess, all my G1 toys I had as a kid that I still have are, sentimental for, I guess, growing up reasons. But the only one that, besides, getting them from my parents as a kid, my sister got the Energon Devastator for me. Oh. And it was really funny because, it was right when I started getting back into collecting Transformers, and I I had mentioned, she got me the Walmart version, the one that was all green, so it's the better looking one. But I had mentioned, I'm like, oh god, there's this one and it's made and it looks like so awful looking, and she's like, oh shit, that's the one I got him. And then I was like, no, you got at least the good colored version. So you know, that one's kind of sentimental. That was a hard to find one too. Yeah, so that one's sentimental for me, I guess.
Nice. Mine is I work in the public safety field. I don't like to talk too much about it, but that is my career, and
I don't like to talk too much about it, but I'll tell you everything wrong with the fucking fire truck. What?
Hey, so anyway, you hear that? That grenade just blew up your spot.
When I got in the when I got out of the academy, which is like like a big accomplishment, whatever. So when I got out of the academy, my wife bought me they were all Encore reissues, I think, but yeah, it didn't fucking matter. She bought me the G1 Ratchet, Prowl. No, I'm sorry. It was Ratchet, Inferno, and Red Alert. And I still have them, and they're all still in box, actually, because I already have my G1s loose, so they just sit in, as a commemoration of that. So that's mine. Our last question is from Michael P, who asked, will the t-shirts be available in Husky onesies? And the reason why I am answering this question on the show is because I do need to talk to you guys about something. We do want to get these t-shirts made up. We do have an avenue of getting them made up, but in order to get up enough where we feel like we'd be able to fulfill the needs of people that actually want them and have it make fiscal sense for us, we need to get a lot. So what we are planning on doing is doing a Kickstarter.
Well, the K word.
The K word. Our Kickstarter will not allow you to donate. We will not take handouts, period. That is a rule that we have, and we will not accept a handout unless you're going to send us a Make Toys Scorponok. That is the one exception that we would make in the handout department. Outside of that, we won't accept it. The t-shirts we're going to try to get to be $25, and I'm trying to get hoodies made up as well. They would be $50. If you paid $10, you would get something, and if you paid $15, you would get something, and if you paid $25, you would get a t-shirt. $50 would get you the hoodie. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the nuts and bolts of that worked out. We would have it on our Facebook as a pinned post, showing the transparency of the money, so no one would think that we were, Jay-Zing it up out there in a neon.
Yeah, you're not gonna make donations to us, and then on our next episode be like, did everybody get their limited edition Warden repaint Guardians?
Exactly.
Yeah, great.
Exactly. The money completely transparent. All the money that we made from the Kickstarter would go into the product, and we would make those numbers available to you. If you would be interested, please let us know, either here or on our Facebook or on our Twitter, or something that you would be interested in, what you would be interested for, what price point, so that we can start moving forward having a base knowledge, because we don't know whether to put our goal at 500 or 1,000. And the goal thing works like if you donate, or not donate, but if you pay $25 into the Kickstarter to get a t-shirt, at the end of the Kickstarter, if we reach our goal, your $25 is good to go, and we will mail you the t-shirt as soon as we have them pressed up. We'll have a date in there for you. It'll be before October, I can promise you that. And if we don't make our goal, you get your money back through Kickstarter. It doesn't even make it to us. So there really is no risk. You would definitely either get your money back or get the product. So if you would be interested, let us know, and let us know the price point so that we can start getting an idea of where to set our goal. Because what we don't want to do is set our goal at $1,000 and make $996 and not have a fucking thing to show for it, and then everybody gets fun of their money.
And just to add, a lot of you guys that know me personally know how I feel about stuff like Kickstarters or Indiegogo and shit like that. And my condition was this benefits just the fans of the podcast. That's all. It doesn't. That's all. None of us are going to be paying bills with this shit. Like, man, y'all see my new ride? That's not going to happen. None of that stuff. I told them, I let these guys know how I felt about this. You guys know this from other podcasts I've been on, from my own. So I would not have been agreeing to this if I wasn't positive that we're very sincere with what we're doing.
and I will be contributing to it. Like I'm going to get a T-shirt, at least one, and a hoodie, and I will be putting $75 into it if I can get it. You know what I mean? Like,
yep, I definitely would too.
So it's the same for everybody. So please let us know so we can start forming that up. Otherwise, outside of that, shout outs to Dub K Toys for all your G1 and all your third party and even official needs. And what's the website there, Oscar?
That's dubktoys.com.
That's right. And also shout out to Morgan, Iamratchet, who is a good friend of the show and a king among men in his own right, and for all your G1 needs. And also thank you to everybody for the Ask Whirl questions. We have more than Oscar can actually handle right now. Actually, I want to take a moment and say to Oscar that if you need help for any of that, you know not to hesitate to ask any of us, and we will contribute any way we can.
It's first episode's pretty straightforward. Like I said, at first I thought it was just going to be like an easy. I didn't think we'd get many, but I got about 3 videos worth from all the questions we got. So for those
still
of you
coming in.
Yeah, are they really?
Yep.
Oh well, I have to look then. The thing is, like, you guys. First off, the guys in the podcast know how I work, and some of you guys listening don't know how I work. My work schedule is like between 65 to 70 hours a week nowadays. After October, if I still have a job, it'll be lighter, but I will at least try to knock out 2 episodes, 1 episode by the end of this month, guaranteed. I already have his background all drawn up and shit, and I have his assistant. He's got to have 2 assistants with him in the videos. And then basically just do the voiceover work, in which I may pull some of my my little cronies here from the Sinister Six to help out.
Perfect. We're in.
So, butt sex.
Awesome. So go ahead and take us out of here, Oscar.
So as always, be sure to check out our Facebook at facebook.com/ShatteredCast. As always, look us up on Twitter at ShatteredCast Uncut. We actually spelled it right this time. And always be sure to check out our blogspot that's maintained by our very own one and only Greg for Mercy at blogspot.shatteredcast.com. Until then, he does things. Yes, very nice things. He's probably I gotta. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just state for the record, Greg's probably the most person who is not that grammatically challenged on this entire podcast.
Grammatically, just for
whatever. See what I mean? That's why he does it. So until then, I'm Oscar Alonso, and for the other members of the Sinister Six, we want to tell you to collect responsibly, and remember, take care of yourselves and each other.
You've been shattered.
Nice.
Hail Thirstinator.
Perfect. I gotta hop up off here. I got a ton of shit I gotta do before I gotta get to bed. Awesome chatting up with you guys. I'll see you.
Yep. Same here.
All right, gentlemen. Then I will see you later.
Yep. I'm heading out. I gotta sleep. I'll see you guys.
All right.